we get to look at as well. Also joining us this morning on the Big Sunrise Breakfast Show, he's an Information and Publicity Secretary for the UPND here in Lusaka, and he is known for quite a number of activities. He was once arrested for protesting in a bamba, and this I was saying because he was doing it because he was trying to stand up for the youth. His name, 𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗪𝗟𝗪. Good morning.
Comrade, good morning. Good morning, Zambia, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. You helped us to have a very good victims.
Who helped you?
Movie TV, I'm telling you, really played a very vital role.
No, we're just doing our role as a watchdog.
When we were protesting with Bambas, you were with us. When we were being arrested, you were with us. You acted like Liverpool.
Never walk alone.
Never walk alone. Otherwise, we are really humbled as a party, and thank you so much for hosting me.
𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗪, it's always a pleasure having you join us on the Big Sunrise Breakfast Show. Now, the meat of this conversation is on cadreism. Your party was at the receiving end of, brutality by the former or by the outgoing party cadres. Now that you're about to take over government, a number of your cadres are excited, and they are feeling because these bus stations, these markets were being run by cadres from the party. It is now only right that we start running these buses and these markets. But also, in as much as we say that there are cadres who were on the other side, and now that they have lost power, they have merely changed shirts from green to red. What is going to be done, to your cadres that do not abide by your party leadership that says this thing has to come to an end? No party cadre has to take over any institution.
No, thank you so much. I want to give a background to the issue of cadreism.
Sure.
Cadreism has always been there since the times of UNIP.
Mm-hmm.
And the UNIP government brought in cadreism. They brought, vigilante groups. They were a bit organized. And they went in markets. At a time that the economy was fading, the UNIP economy was fading, they are the ones that were going in people's homes, searching. If you have a TV, they will ask you, where did you buy this TV? Give us receipts. You are the ones who are sabotaging the economy. That passed. When they were removed out of power, because they had been in power for so many years, okay, and many of those cadres from UNIP became so much rich and wealth, and they had properties. They inspired those who were in MMD. Even those who were in MMD in opposition were just waiting for an opportunity when they would form power and become rich, like a certain UNIP card. And when they were removed out of power, the MMD cadres did the same. Went into bus stations because the economy was liberalized. They made sure that they went in markets, started collecting levies. Revenues from bus stations and it went on and on. It was passed to the PF. The PF now became more brutal because they became even more violent. People suffered, were beaten, we were victims. I can tell you honestly that the winning of victory for me is independence, because for the past 10 years of the PFC government in power, I've never gone to Intercity to board on a bus. Yesterday was the first day when I stepped in Intercity, because some of us were given no-fly zone, certain areas. You could not go there.
Even if you're not flying?
Yes. You go there, and you are told, here you should only come the day that your president will win. The day when that's when you go there. To cut the long story short, what I'm saying is that our part has seen how violent and brutal these cadres have become, and cadreism has oppressed the citizens. It has also sabotaged our economy because money that is meant for the city council is being diverted, going to pockets of these cadres. Not only that, a lot of people have been beaten and we have lost lives. President 𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘 and the UPND campaigned on the premise that they were going to end cadreism. We are not yet he has not yet even been sworn in as a duly elected president of the Republic of Zambia. He cannot disappoint the people of Zambia so early, even before being inaugurated, to allow the cadreism to continue. I was sent here on this platform by the president, by the SG, by the party in totality, to come and tell the Zambian people and assure them that the issue of cadreism in the UPND government will not be tolerated. As it was tolerated in MMD, as it was tolerated in PF, as it was tolerated in UNIP. Because for us to manage the economy, as he says, Barry what? Will fix it, to fix the economy. We have got two major things to do: fix the economy and fight corruption. For us to fight corruption, we must ensure that money that is not supposed to be meant for someone must go to the right intended purpose. Money that is supposed to be meant for government to go to the council must go to the council and not to a commander, a self-proclaimed commander. For us to fix the economy, we have to make sure that we do not hand over the wheels of this country's economy in people who are not well vested in that area. So the president, even when he gave us a speech the first day at his residence, he was very categorical that the issue of cadreism will end. The party yesterday gave a position. And I want to assure the citizens that do not be afraid. Next week, on a Tuesday, as we are going as our president to be inaugurated, there will be sanity in bus stations. There will be order. UPND will be the most orderly government because our mission, comrade, is to hand power where it's supposed to be. If the police are supposed to be given power, let us give them that power. If the council are supposed to be given that power, let us give them the power they have.
It sounds so very colorful and beautiful when you say what plan the United Party for National Development has. But even before, like you rightly said, your party president takes power, the action that has come after his maiden speech as president-elect by cadres that are clad in UPND regalia, some suspected to be UPND members, others confirmed to be UPND members, is it the direct opposite of what his message is. Has this message sunk down to the people that need to get this message, the actual cadres that are committing these crimes?
You see, when a leadership takes over power, there is what is called a reflex action where people take to the street. I was still awake the time that President 𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘 was declared the winner of this year's election.
Yes.
People from all walks of life, from different compounds. Now I'm on Mrs. Product, and I can tell you Mrs. is just 100 meters away from the CBD. Over thousands of people just flocked to town here, breaking things and looting people's shops, and we couldn't know who is UPND and who is not. And among those people, the very hour that he was declared the winner, they ran to intercity bus terminals. Others, they went to Rima Tower. From there, they clad themselves in UPND regard. It was quite difficult for us to know who was truly UPND or not. And even some of our members who had not yet been communicated to the position of the party, because it was just a reflex action where someone is declared and people go there with regalia and they start giving themselves positions. Some of them from there, there's one funny incident where someone got rocks and went at the town center, breaked in someone's shop, removed the goods and replaced the lock that was there and put another one and painted it red. The owner of the shop the following day comes, he finds that it's painted red and his goods are not there. Those are criminal activities. What we were saying that we had not yet given an official position as a party on how far we can move. The action of some UPND members the action of some who are not even UPN members. And actually there was even this thing that happened where there were some PF non-cadres just changed color. All their actions are not triggered by the instructions by the party. The party did not authorize anybody to go in bus stations and markets. It was yesterday and the day before yesterday when the president spoke about the issue of cadarism and the issue of cadarism. So what we are saying is that it is illegal, comrade. And I want to tell the nation, whoever that you are seeing in bus stations, whoever that you are seeing in markets, collecting revenue from you as a bus operator, collecting revenue from you as a street vendor, he is doing that illegally without a permission of the party. Whoever is in a bus station right now, clad in UPND regalia, whether they are PF or UPND, they are doing that illegally because the party has not given a directives on how these bus stations and markets will be managed. Secondly, the party has given a position that they are going to be against the issue of cadarism. Our manifesto, our plan when we were campaigning, which was quite a rigorous process of campaigning, President 𝗪𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘 was very clear. He said we were going to do away with cadarism. And people like us of moral integrity, if the UPND will begin if the party will begin to veer away from what they promised the people, we'll be here again to correct the party. But I can assure you that President 𝗪𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘 is a very sober-minded person, morally upright. The council is the one that is going to take over the bus station so that we can provide more job opportunities.
Kelvin?
What are you doing as leadership in Lusaka district to make sure that the police gets to arrest or apprehend the people that are tarnishing the image of the party even before the president is sworn in? Are you working with the police to make sure that these people are brought to book, or you've left them so that they can maybe do the revenge on your behalf?
Yes, to start with, I want to say the party is working. You saw a video that is circulating on social media where some UPND members were whipped by the military because they decided to take the law in their own hands, to beat up police officers, to go and harass innocent civilians. We claim ownership of them because probably they were clad in UPND regalia, but to this day we checked in our system, they are not our members. But the truth of the matter is that anyone who would look at them with UPND regalia will see that these are UPND people. However, we are working with the Zambia police, we are working with the military, and next week I want to assure the nation, next week when the president will be ushered in, will be inaugurated, there will be drastic measures that are going to be made. There's going to be maximum force. We are going to enter in those bus stations as a party. Not only as a party, as a government. Because this idea of a political party being the one managing a bus station and the market is what has destroyed this country. Our idea as a party is that there will be no single party regalia. Okay, because we are UPND and we are in power, so there should be a UPND flag flying at Chidima Tower. That is not what we believe in. Why? Because we want everyone to be free to wear any political party regalia that they want. And that is what the president will do. Secondly, there will be no any bogus committees that have been formed in the MMD and in the PF. Because the PF government, they entered in bus stations under the disguise of committees. They created committees and they said, we as a ruling government, we have created the committee that will work in collaboration with the council so that we can work hand in hand. This time around, we want to make sure that the Local Government Act is respected and is followed. This time around, we want to give power to the police. And I want to tell you that if the President of the Republic of Zambia, President 𝗪𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘, will not do these things, the people of this country will remove him out of power. He will not even last for 10 years.
Matomola, we have seen on the market, when you go to the CBD, I know even when coming here, maybe you use the CBD, there are people that are selling UPND regalia. We didn't see the Patriotic Front when they formed government in 2011 of people selling their material regalia. Today, when you go to CBD today, you find their printed T-shirts on sale. You find hats, berets on sale. What? Don't you think this is a danger to what you are talking about, or what you're promising people? Because anyone can buy, even who is not on your structures and who is not a member, and we'll continue to see the same things that we used to see with the PF. When someone is arrested, clad in the PF regalia, they say, no, this is not our member. Are you not treading on the same path where we'll be seeing you disowning that this is not our member, it's not even on our structures?
Thank you so much, comrade. First of all, I want to say that in 1991, as a country, we drifted from communist socialist ideologies. We went to a liberalized economy, capitalist system, where there was going to be free trade. The people that you are seeing, comrade, on the street selling regalia, they are doing so because they are using their own money to buy plain T-shirts. They invest their own money to print T-shirts because they have realized that there is a scarcity of UPND regalia and the T-shirts on the market, because we as a party, we have run out of T-shirts. I repeat, we as a party, we are no longer producing T-shirts because all our T-shirts we gave out during the time when we were doing our campaigns. And a lot of people have been coming to our secretariat wanting UPND regalia, and we've told them we have run out of these things. If you want to produce for yourselves. So because there is that leeway for people to produce, people who are business minded, people who are enterprising, have decided to go out, buy their own print shirts and print. From our side as a party, we don't see that as a mistake or something wrong.
Don't you think these T-shirts will end up, in wrong hands where people... Because even during campaigns and before campaigns, we are told, the PF accusing you that the UPND has printed, PF material and they're giving their members to be committing crimes. And don't you think these, the way you've opened it up, don't you think even those that maybe have got, criminal minds will be able to buy these, regalia and commit crimes and also tarnish the image of the UPND? Are you not scared or worried about it?
The UPND in Southern Africa is the only political party that has got electronic cards. We are going to boast about this as UPND because UPND in Southern Africa is the only party that has got cards that have got a barcode behind, that have got a number behind. Any person who is a party member, PF never had the cards. Everyone, they called it a people's party, where anyone can today wake up and say I'm PF. But in UPND it is to the contrary. In UPND we have got a database, and right now our database has got over 2 million plus members. When you come and you want to become a member of the United Party for National Development, the first thing that we do, we tell you to buy a card. And that card will have a number. You have a card number. Behind there will be a barcode. Once we enter you into the system and they get that card and swipe it, or we take a barcode reader, it is able to detect your name, when you were registered, where you were registered, and who registered you. We have got membership cards, and a few years ago people were saying, but why are you charging membership cards? We knew that they will reach at this point where everyone would want to claim to be a member of UPND. So those technically that want to claim to be UPND members, it is easy for us to get hands to get them. Because we will simply ask them, what is your card number? If we ask them, what is your name? Because our system, our database is so much integrated that we just say, you are claiming you are a member. We punch your name there in our database and your name doesn't come, then you are not our member. We cannot stop the issue of producing UPND regalia because next week on Tuesday, we are talking about 60,000 seat capacity Euro Stadium, which will be filled to capacity, and as a party, we cannot give material to everybody. Furthermore, we want everybody who is a Zambian citizen who believes in the ideology of UPND and UPND in general to have regalia, but we cannot give everyone. So let them produce. This is happening in South Africa with the EFF. They have merchandised their T-shirts. This is happening in Ghana. This is happening everywhere. Even in the United States, T-shirts for the Democrats, we see them in stores. It's not new before the face of democracy and politics around the world. So we are saying produce. those who are business minded, go there, print t-shirts, sell if you want, but sell at a reasonable price, because there's this assumption that these people are selling t-shirts, they're getting t-shirts for free from the party. When they get the t-shirts from the party, then they come and sell them for free. It is not true, because I want to tell the nation that UPND is not giving out t-shirts.
There is also another concern. The Secretary General of the outgoing party, the Patriot Front, said he said something yesterday that some leaders in the PF are not spending nights or sleeping in their homes because there are people that are after their lives. Why are you pursuing your colleagues in PF such to an extent where they have deserted their homes?
You see, comrades, I want to tell the nation that UPND is a very orderly party. In 2011, I was still in politics, young. When PF won the elections, there was fire in town. Banners and billboards for RB were bent. The Chinese and the Indians in Kamwala, they lost property because shops were looted. People were beaten. Today, when you go in town, you even find some of the billboards for President Edgar Lungu still alive and well. When you go in town there, you find town center was guarded 24 hours by the military and the police. No single shop of someone's property was destroyed. We can say that our people right now have seen that we are a different party, because I have not seen anyone attacked because they are put on a PF regard. There are some people in town who are putting on PF regard. But those who are running away, they are running away because of the crimes against humanity that they have done. Out of guilt. They say that the guilty ones are always what? Afraid. You can't run away from your own home if you know that your conscience is okay. Okay? In Kanyama, there was an incident that happened. A former councillor who defected from UPND to PF, who instigated the violence that happened in Kanyama, where our offices were destroyed by PF cadres, ran away, left his own house, and went around saying that the UPND cadres are after his life. It is to the contrary. There is no single UPND cadre who is chasing after PF cadres. The president gave a directive the day before yesterday. He said that we are all forgiven. Personally, on this platform, comrade, I want to take this opportunity to forgive all those people that attacked me. I was attacked on several occasions. The day that I was registering myself as a voter, okay, in Chawama, I went to St. Lawrence. I was attacked. I came on this platform complaining to say, no, I've been attacked. There are some PF police officers who were being used to arrest us. We've been arrested many times. We are forgiven. Forgiving people doesn't mean that we will not allow the law to take its course. The president made it clear. Even after we have forgiven people of what they have done, comrade, the law will take its place. We want to bring people to book and ask them why they supplied the citizens with fake drugs. We want to make sure that we bring people to book and ask them why they deployed the military unconstitutionally. We want to bring people to book and ask them why they shut down the internet. They should come and explain to the Zambian people what danger they saw. We want to come and explain to we want people to be brought to book and answer why they told us why they were gassing people. Who built City Market? Who owns 48 houses? Why they bought a presidential jet that was expensive? Why they procured fire tenders contrary to the actual price? Why they misappropriated funds for social cash transfer? We want to bring people to book to answer all those charges, why they abused the courts. Why were they appointing people and giving themselves contract? Imagine a food supplying company is given a contract to build a road, to construct a road. A company that engages in typing, comrade, is given a contract to supply satellite cameras. Those things we want to do a financial audit. Let me update the nation that The day before yesterday, we saw vehicles coming out of State House. Okay, government vehicles coming out of State House. When the constitution is very clear, when the power has shifted to particular hands, you who are outgoing, you are not supposed to take out any property. But we have intelligence information where people are getting government assets, they're taken to their homes. So what we are saying is that those are files that will be opened. There will be an audit. If you take 15 vehicles, which are supposed to be owned by government, to take them to your home, is that not a crime? If there's youth empowerment, 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗓 buses, you saw them, they were here, you carried the story. 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗓 buses were donated. Today, you can't say 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗓 bus in a town. Where are they? They are in individual houses. So we are going to be a government of prudence. We are not going to be vindictive, but we are going to follow the law. I want to look at Dr. 𝗪𝗟𝗪𝗓 and point a finger at him and tell him, I'm not against you. But I'm saying that the law should visit you. That is what we are going to do.
You and your party have got so many promises, and from first glance, someone is going to say, wow, this is something that is going to mean something for Zambia. But then when you really sit down and look at these promises, some of them, one would think they're a little too many, too good to be true. How committed is the UPND to this? Because the reason why you have cadres on the street is because there are no jobs, there are no opportunities. Is the UPND going to create enough opportunities for the hundreds of thousands of youths that are out there that are not employed but are educated, that are not employed because of them being given a certain name or being born of a certain region? How committed is the UPND to ensure that all of these matters are addressed? Because the Zambian people voted for the UPND resoundingly by close to 3 million votes, and that means that the Zambian people, if the UPND does not deliver in the next 5 years, your day of reckoning as a party is going to come, and so you have to deliver at all cost.
One of our commitments that we are showing the Zambian people that we are going to deliver is the scrapping off of cadarism. Over 1 million kwacha is lost every day in 𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗔𝗧𝗘 correction. Goes in the hands of a few people. Imagine what it could do if it is brought collectively in one basket. Then we can say, out of this 1 million kwacha, let's get 200,000 kwacha and give to 15 youths, let them start aquaculture projects. Then we can say, out of this 1 million that we have collected, let's get 500,000 kwacha and buy peanut butter, processing machines and give to 20 youths who will be producing peanut butter. Then we are going to say, out of this 1 million that is lost in 𝗪𝗟𝗟𝗓 correction, that will be given to an uneducated cadre whose interest is just to buy a brand new Jaguar straight from the showroom, and after 1 week his fellow cadres beat him up and they smash it. It doesn't make sense. So we get that money and empower 15 youths with trucks and tell them, create a company. When you create that company of waste management, you'll be the one that will be collecting waste in woodlands. You'll be charging households for the service. Then we'll create jobs. What we are saying is that UPND is looking at empowering and employing more city council workers. Because if we are going to advertise that 5,000 city council workers are needed to be in bus stations and markets collecting revenue, we are talking about 5,000 jobs. What we are saying is that the commitment of UPND to provide jobs is not through cadarism, but it is creation of business opportunities, companies to the young people, cooperatives, broadening the space for ZNS, the military, and the Zambia police. I was conducting a research on how strong our military is in Zambia, and we are one of the worst performing countries where military power is concerned in our country, because for you to be powerful as a country in the military and the defense, You have to increase the capacity for men and women in uniform. We cannot have 5,000, close to 5,000 people, not even more than 10,000 people in our country who are policemen. Meaning you are weak as a country. A few people can rise up, even from another country, and invade you. But for us to do that, it has to come with production. We increase the production. We increase the revenue. We'll be able to pay our men and women in uniform. We create more state-owned companies. When you create more state-owned companies, we'll be able to collect revenue. Because that is the benchmark which the UNIP government left us with. UNIP government had over 250 plus state-owned companies, and that is why they were able to even create free education from grade 1 to university. That is what we are going to do. And for your own information, comrade, for the first time in the history of Zambian politics, we have had a party that has not promised a lot. Okay, UPND never promised to build Zambia in 90 days. UPND has not promised Zambians to say there will be more money in people's pockets. UPND has not promised heaven on earth. We have been so realistic, and our friends on the other side, when they were campaigning, they said, let them tell us what they are going to do. We restricted ourselves to just fixing the economy. That's what we will do.
All right, you're watching the Big Sunrise Breakfast Show on Movie Television, and we are hosting 𝗪𝗠𝗟𝗪𝗟𝗏, who is the Lusaka District IPS under the United Party for National Development. The incoming government, how does that feel?
It feels good, It feels good.
You've really struggled so much for the party. You've really been through a lot for the party, and finally you are reaching
people are saying
paradise.
Attention. Imagine you begged him.
They will arrest you. But anyway, the point here, comrade, is that it feels good. Why? Because it's not more about us and me, but it's more about the country being relieved. Imagine, comrade, how it feels walking in the streets of Lusaka freely without you running out from your own home. I spent this past election, I spent 30 days without sleeping at my own house. Why? Because of fear of being attacked. They came once, they came twice, they attacked us. People were fearing. Even to wear just to put on it. 15 days to the general election, a Roman Catholic leader who was coming from church around the Zesco was hacked because he was putting on a red t-shirt written Roman Catholic. That is the amount of thuggery that we had reached in our country. It's a sign of relief. It's a sign of relief that power is moving from criminals whose interest is profit. They can put poison to you, the citizen, you die, then they make profit.
Wait, let me pick a few calls, and then we continue with this conversation. You can engage with 𝗪𝗠𝗟𝗪𝗟𝗏 by calling the number 0764250055. Whatever question you have, you can go right ahead and ask, but also you can contribute on the topics that are scrolling at the bottom of your screens. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning. How are you, sir?
Very fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Very fine, sir.
All right, your name and where are you calling from?
This is 𝗪𝗠𝗟𝗪𝗟𝗏 calling you from Rukuru.
All right, Mr. Mwanja Emmanuel, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. We just want to congratulate the incoming presidency.
Sure.
Yes, we just want to congratulate the incoming presidency.
All right.
Yeah. So our request is that please let the new government help us, and let the new government provide all necessary programs which we want to be free, and we want to have that freedom, not what used to happen in the outgoing government.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel from Lukulu. And please go ahead. You can call the number 0764250055 to join us in conversation this morning. Would want to hear from you what is on your mind, but as well any contribution or question you might have for Mr. Ligwanya here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. All right. Kindly, when you call in, remember to turn down the volume from your TV or any other listening device so that we are able to get you clearly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay with you. This is Mr. Mwanza.
Mr. Mwanza, long time. Welcome back to the breakfast show.
Yes, I went campaigning, of course.
Yeah. How's Indola?
Yes, in Indola.
Yes.
And my brother, how are you?
Good morning.
Morning. My good problem.
He's just stepped out for a bit.
Okay, Mr. Dumonya, how are you?
I'm okay. Congratulations, you fought a good fight.
Congratulations as well. Thank you very much, my brother. I think I was I was working in the government. I decided to come out from the government because of what was going on in judiciary. There's too much corruption in judiciary. Let me say it out because I've nothing to fear now. The incoming of the new president, please let him start with the judiciary. There's just too much corruption in judiciary. Some of us have been victimized like nobody's business. We are working like this, we are in the 𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗏. Hence, I came out to point to say this one is wrong, this one. In that process, I was discharged, I was fired in judiciary, but I say whether you fire me, I will continue. If it's to die, let me die for Zambian people. And believe me not, I went frontal to campaign. Thank God, God has heard people's prayer, and God is there for us. The 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗧𝗘 was just too much. Go to Sakra and you see when the mines and you see most of these companies are being run by the cadres, ministers. Which country can put like that? Please, you people the forefront there, assist the Zambian people. People have done wrong things, they have to be followed. Those who have not done anything wrong, yes, they are human right. But I'm telling you, because I've worked in judiciary, I'm mentioning judiciary because I've been there. I've worked there for 25 years. I've been a victim in this system. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, 0764250055 is the number that you are calling to get to us here in studio and join the conversation. 0764250055, that is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Very fine, Susan. It's been long?
Yes, been long. We are fighting for our victory.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Zambia.
All right, please go ahead. I'm with Matomola Ligwanya and Mavuto Piri.
Matamola, congratulations. You fought a good fight. God will reward you.
Thank you.
Mavuto, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, my sister. Thank you.
Yes. Please, we are very happy for this victory because we passed through a lot. Where we saw cadres getting on money. People are dying in hospitals. People are dying with hunger. And we saw cadres spreading money on their beds and stepping on it. It was so sad. It was a sorry sight. That song was too much for us Zambians. Thank you for this victory, Zambians. that, please, to our president-elect, my advice is that we don't want all those recycled PF politicians. Not at all. We don't want them. They should not come back to UPNG. They were insulting us, telling Zambians that we will do whatever we can to come back to power. We cannot take the 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘 without eating any steak openly. And they were telling us to 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗔𝗧𝗘. They were telling us that 2 million is nothing, as if we were their children. Now today, where are they? Please, we don't want all those people. We want new blood, youth, with brains to lead this country. We don't want recycled people. We don't want to recycle, no. There are a lot of people with brains who can work and lead this country to prosperity. And those who did wrong, we want to see them. In Kuwaya, Kwamene, Kuwaya, Kuchimazi, they should be put there because they did wrong. Those who bought fire tenders, those who bought fire drugs and condoms, EPP, all of them, the law should visit them. All those brothers who were boasting and doing what and what. Now, our president-elect should help us and control the economy and employ the youth. For those who are there crying, doctors, nurses, teachers, please help this country. And lastly, I want to say, we want the president to work up on the economy. Fuel. Businesses should boom in Zambia. Otherwise, I'm very happy for this day. I'm feeling like coffee day is winning. Thank you very much to all those who voted wisely. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Susan, for joining this conversation. We pick 2 more calls. 0764250055 is the number that is to call. Hello, good morning.
My brother Matomola, my brother Matomola, indeed God has prepared you for this. You know what you have gone through in President Tate and the UPNG. When you look at the election of President Tate, sorry, I'm Unonge Kumba.
Kumba, go ahead.
Yeah. When you look at what President Tate has gone through, you can only compare him to the people of the Bible. Daniel went through the same. His treatment, all those things. Just like Meshach, just like Joseph. Okay? At one time, even the brothers had to accuse to want to plot to kill him. And he was even sold into the slavery, where he was even accused of having whatever with the king's wife and imprisoned. Yet all that was just preparing him. When he came out of the prison, he became the governor of Egypt. There's something that President Tate was subjected to by President Nkrumah's PF government. Okay? Little did they know that they were preparing for huge task. Now today is the president. And you think you who were supporting him, you know what you went through, Matomola. You and your colleague. So take this as God's task for the party and you who would work with this man, with this president. So don't despise it or just think it's your own or whatever. No. It's God who prepared for this. So I would love if you to put God first in whatever you are going to do for the people of Zambia. I know there are a lot of expectations that people they are looking forward to, but they should not think just in a day or everything gets achieved. No. And even in reconciliation, my friend, people suffer. When you look at the celebration, caste-wise, regardless of the rich, it means people really were oppressed. Just today, as I woke up around 05, I was listening to the NBC, now airing Daybreak Africa from Voice of America, which was suspended, trying to block style of breeding. Today I was just listening to Ruvale. They were now confirming that at that time, even the people interviewing them, they were refusing. Now they are happy that there is a new government. They have students this. It will be a different thing. Now, don't monopolize the phrase as presentation judge. Shouldn't monopolize the government facility, public facility. Let them exist as businesses, houses. So I think we are looking forward, but reconciliation, my friends, what people were subjected to, it will take time. Presentation is used. Whatever you were subjected to, you forgave them long time ago. Even after leaving the Mukoreko, you forgave them right away. But for us and the other people who have been denied job opportunities, and only the prison of PF cadres, whether they were qualified or not qualified, where people could even be employed before they even graduate, just because they are children to PF cadres. Some of them, even without PF numbers and business numbers, could still be employed. Okay? And just people will not bring your application so that we employ you as teachers, and they will just be doing it secretly. It was just meant to formalize the employment of the children whom they are employed without treasury authority. So all this for people to forget it in a day, it will take time. But I pray that God is going to help us to forgive and heal us from the oppression, whatever PF had and President Tumba subjected us to. I thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Kumbwa, for that comment, and everyone that managed to call in. I'll just add these few comments that are coming via our online platform. Patrick Musangu says, good morning, comrades, long time. The abnormal has been kicked out, only the normal will reign. I was busy campaigning for Bali. I'm proud to say that our labor was not in vain. Viva Zambians, viva UPND, viva aka Bali. All right, that is Victor. Then Martin in Demena says, so guys, for those who were fired from their workplaces because of their surnames not being bootlickers to cadres, should just forgive and move on? Imagine being subjected to a street life when you never knew, that you never knew for years. Enoch Mwila says the UPND cannot do away with cadreism. What is needed is a measure to put measures in place and allow youths to operate within the law. Christopher Njanji Siwale says those cadres were PF cadres putting on UPND t-shirts. But also a comment coming from Charles Kasoka, Sunrise Breakfast Show, you help to speak openly against injustice without fear. Your unbiased analysis, you really spoke the truth. Keep it up, guys. Thank you very much for that comment. There's several comments that are coming through, but then there's a question, Matomola, as well, that comes in to say, what is UPND going to do to its cadres who labored as foot soldiers? I am sure they were looking forward to taking over markets.
Okay, so taking the last question on the issue of those who labored. A few days ago, I featured 𝗧𝗢𝗟𝗏 on my Facebook page. We discussed quite a number of things, and when it was time for us to ask him his final remarks on the interview, he said, Matomola, don't expect to be favored, to be given opportunities because you went to prison, because you suffered so much for the party. Then what will mean is that you collapse the system, because you come in wanting to be favored because you supported the party, and you will not follow the laid down procedure of how things should be. Under the normal circumstances, since I suffered for the party, I want to bring my children, my wife, my friends, and I would want those people to enter into particular systems or jobs or anything by force with impunity. Anyone who asks me, I was also like, you suffered for the party, so don't even ask me, who are you? That way, comrade, that way, we are going to corrupt systems.
Yeah.
So even those foot soldiers that are going to have such a perception, then it will mean that we will corrupt systems, because UPND currently in our database has got a membership of over 3 million people. And now what will mean if it means that every member there has to come and line up and we give them jobs, even those that do not qualify, then people will cry. The Zambian people again will say, these people they are appointing people on tribe, they are appointing people on party patronage. Appointing people to positions on a party patronage is not what UPND will do. UPND will appoint people on particular positions on a meritocracy basis. If you are better qualified for the job, you'll be appointed. But we are saying that there is also Citizen Economic Empowerment Fund, which the general citizen are going to what? To enjoy from it. There is Citizen Economic Empowerment Fund. Citizen Economic Empowerment Fund is given to the citizens to empower them in whatever they are doing. So all those foot soldiers who supported the party are going to benefit through the Citizen Economic Empowerment Fund as citizens of this country. There is also what is called the Youth Empowerment Fund. Youth Empowerment Fund is given to the youths who form into cooperatives, they form into groups, they'll be given money to do the projects that they want. So those foot soldiers, they will benefit, and the citizens of this country, not be by virtue of them being UPND, but by the virtue of them having a green national registration card, they are going to benefit from this Youth Empowerment Fund. There is also what is called the Presidential Empowerment, Presidential Fund, which is still under discussion how it's going to be reformed. The president will guide us. But the Presidential Fund will also be there to help citizens, foot soldiers, like he says, unemployed youths, graduates. We have got a lot of graduates in our country who have got ideas. Okay, a few months ago we saw some graduates who could manufacture the phones. They just need to be empowered. There is the social cash transfer which will continue to give to the crippled, the old, the weak in society. That social cash transfer will be utilized. Above all, there is also what is called the Presidential Entrepreneurship Challenge, which we wanted to launch as a party at a time that we were in opposition. But it failed to take place because our friends could not tolerate us. Our view is that we will bring also such a scheme.
All right.
So these are issues that we are going to, and there are many jobs that will be provided. President 𝗪𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗏 is a man that has promised the Zambian people that all of you who supported the party, to be a lot of jobs, because from now, the mandate that President 𝗪𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗏 has is to create state-owned enterprises, state-owned companies. There will be a lot of companies that will be created for youths, and graduates will be given. The other thing I want to assure the civil servants, I've seen an headline there scrolling. I want to assure civil servants, especially teachers, that your freedom has come, because teachers will be recruited. And not only that, this issue of you are transferred to Livingstone, your wife is in 𝗪𝗡𝗏, will come to an end under the government of UPND. What we want as UPND is to make sure that if me as a married man I'm transferred to Livingstone, okay, I must be reunited with my wife. We saw it in the PF government where just to be transferred, it was an issue. You have to pay 10,000 kwacha, you have to pay money. But we are saying that the issue of being transferred now is coming to an end, where you be transferred where your wife is, where your husband is. That is what we are going to do. That is what they did in the UNIP government, and that's why they embraced the motto of One Zambia, One Nation. But the motto of One Zambia, One Nation was almost being killed by the PF. Because if I'm transferred to Northern Province, my wife will be in 𝗪𝗡𝗏. That caused many divorces, caused gender-based violences. There were a lot of GBV cases that were caused as a result of spouses not being together. So these are things that we work on.
Mr. 𝗪𝗟𝗏𝗏, we'd like to appreciate you for having joined us for breakfast, and we look forward to seeing you again sometime soon.
Thank you so much, and we assure the Zambian people, we invite people next week on Tuesday to come in numbers, clad in red, as we will be inaugurating our 7th President of the Republic of Zambia.
All right. United Party for National Development UPND spokesperson 𝗪𝗪𝗟𝗏𝗏 has warned that investigative wings will do their job to ensure that all former government officials, including Patriotic Front PF members who broke the law, are dealt with. Mr. 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, who is also Choma Central Member of Parliament, has clarified that President-elect 𝗪𝗪𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏's forgiveness to those who wronged him does not mean that those who broke the law will go and punish. Let's have a listen to him. On the other side, I'm joined by the boys.